Okay, so I just thought I'd give you a quick flavour of what the drivers might expect on day 2. It's actually day 1, effectively. The first loop of 3 stages, the first 3 long stages of the Yalta Rally. We've made our way up the first stage in the loop, twisting its way up to the top of the plateau. And then we come across the top of the plateau and we dive down into a ravine. As you can see, it looks quite dry where we are here, but just look at this till we come down here. It is quite incredible. You're going down the hill, it's damp in places, but then the trees come over the top, and who switched the lights off? Just have a look at this. It is just incredible. There's a car coming out of the gloom there. But how do you deal with this? It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and all of a sudden, you come down the hill, you're under the trees, it's damp, and I don't know which way the road's going. It's as gloomy can be. Let's put the headlights on the full beam. What you're seeing, actually, on this video is much, much better than what you can see in real life. What a difficult section this could well be. The boys will be running this first thing in the morning and then round about this time in the afternoon on the second pass. So not just the damp conditions that they have to deal with, this murky low cloud, this almost fog-like low cloud that can blow in and out. So what happens when you get the cloud blowing in and out? Well, if you're lucky, you get a clear run and you can take massive amounts of time. Oh, there's a beast. It's a dog running across the road in front of me. Yeah, if you get a clean run at it, oh, you can take masses of time out of the guys behind you or in front of you. Oh, where does the road go now? This is just so difficult in this horrible, murky, gloomy stuff. It's really not nice at all. And as we come out the other side, it starts to brighten up again. And we're out of it, or we're just about out of it. Oh, what a tricky stage this is going to be. It's a 22-kilometre stage. Lots and lots to concern the drivers about. There are some very damp patches. And then again, look at this. So a little bit of brightness as we came around that corner into a hairpin. And we're back into the gloom again. Well, we might get beautiful weather tomorrow. The sun might shine. Or it might be like this. If it is, it's going to be mighty interesting. Okay, so we're not actually on a stage here, but I just wanted to give you some idea of just how heavy this rain can be when it starts to come down. We've just had, well, a crack of thunder that sounded like an explosion going off on top of my car. It was really, well, a little bit, I wouldn't say frightening, but it certainly made me sit up for a bit. And there we go, look, it's gone. Then it stops. But that rain, you saw how heavily that rain was coming down there. Now, those kind of thunderstorms are a possibility for the rally, and if you get caught in one, it's going to cost you time, and it's going to cost you an awful lot of time. So we've had a look at the conditions up on the plateau, and my goodness me, didn't that look murky? And we've seen what it's like when it rains here, that torrential rain, those thunderstorms that can blow in across the area of this rally. It really is very difficult in terms of weather and picking the weather, forecasting the weather. But this is the third stage in the loop. What we have here in Yalta is we have 3 stages. On the Friday, they go one way. On the Saturday, they go the other way. Looped and repeated. So the first stage on the Friday goes up the hill. It's all the way up the hill underneath the trees. Still very wet today from the thunderstorm last night. The second stage goes across the plateau and down the ravine at the other side. A little more gradual descent, not quite the incline of the first stage that makes its way up sharply to the top of the plateau. Now this is the third stage in the loop, and it kind of winds its way through the low hills. We've come down off the steep plateau, and it winds its way nearly 30 k's along the low, well, the bottom of the hills, I suppose, towards, well, back towards Yalta, towards the Black Sea and towards Yalta. And as you can see, really very nice conditions indeed. Nice wide road, decent tarmac. The tarmac up on the top, on the plateau, wasn't anything like as good as this. But from the inside, and the, well, particularly the inside on the right-handers, the inside on the left-handers, you can see there are massive opportunities here for cutting. It could get very messy with the heavy rain they've had here recently. All those verges will be very soft indeed, and the rubbish will be pulled out very quickly, and it could get difficult on the second pass. It could be difficult for cars from maybe 5th or 6th on the road on the first pass. And then when we come back again on the Saturday, albeit in the opposite direction, well, unless they've cleaned the roads in between, it could be tricky indeed. So there we go. That's a taster for you of what the stages are like here in Yalta. Looks really interesting to me. Really reminded me of so many different rallies as I have made my way through these 3 stages. Reminded me a lot of Barham, the rally in Zlin, remind me a lot of that one. There was bits of Monte Carlo in there, there was bits of Valence in there as well. Even bits of, well, it sounds odd, but Turkey's obviously a gravel rally, but the countryside and the high plateau reminded me of the high plateau that we used to visit above Kemer for Rally Turkey. So all sorts of, well, different reference points, I suppose, within these stages. But the big thing to look out for is the road surface. Just how wet's it going to get? It's very, very slippery indeed along this section, but that's okay because it's nice and wide and you can see how flowing it is. Look at that on the inside there. That cut, that's been taken just by the boys out on the recce. So there we are. That's your look at the stages here on the Yalta Rally. Oh, tell you what, we're in for 2 fantastic days of hard rally action. Okay, so I know I'd kind of wrap my video up, but I came down to this point and thought, whoa, you guys have got to see this. Look at this. As we come down this section, it's got a little narrower as we moved into the third stage in the loop, and look at that fabulous place off to the left-hand side. We are right above the Dead Sea here. This road is winding its way back to Yalta with a coast and the huge drop-off to our right-hand side. That's a fabulous church on our right there. The car's hairpinning round now. Let's just see whether you can make out. You see the road, obviously. That's obviously what most of you guys want to have a look at. What's the road like here? What are the conditions like? Well, as I say, it's got a little narrower as we've made our way into this stage. Still good tarmac though. But as we just popped out over the hills, the view was quite incredible. Let's just look at this hairpin here. Look at that. Over to, well, to my right. It'll shortly be to my left as I come around this hairpin. Cliffs. Wonderful church on top of the hill there. And down there is the Black Sea. You'd go a long way down if you made a mistake. Let's hope no one does. So there we go. Little bonus section for you on stage, what are we now on? We're on stage 5 of Yalta Rally. Don't forget, it's repeated as stage 8, and then they come the other way. They come back up this hill on the Saturday and do the whole loop of stages, but in the opposite direction. Look how slippery this is. Oh my wordy word. That's me going fairly slowly and still sliding around. So there we are, my little bonus section for you. Don't forget to join us all weekend. Rally Radio with Peugeot on IRCseries.com. We'll be bringing you all the action. Myself, Julian Porter, Per Christian from the service park. Obviously, if you've got an iPhone or an iPad, make sure you've downloaded iRally, and wherever you might be, if the wife's taking you out shopping, she's making you look after the kids, doesn't matter. You can follow the Yalta Rally on your iPhone. You can also have a look at our little videos if you like on YouTube. Have a look on the YouTube official iRally channel and have a look at the little videos that we bring you. But there we are. That is stage conditions for you on the Yalta Rally.